All right, y'all. So this week we got a very special episode for y'all. It's not our normal.
Nope.
So there ain't no 100 rounds. There ain't no with the shits. And there's no let's argue.
Listen, by year 3, 2020, I'm gonna get all 3 of the segments that we have in the show. I'm gonna get it and remember what it is. No problem.
Y'all remember that she said that, okay?
I'm gonna remember.
Remember she said that.
I said 2020.
All right, 2020 is in 6 months. You seen all these damn memes? I'm about there's 6 months left in 2019.
What else you gonna do?
What else you gonna do? You gonna remember the segments?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Give myself 6 months to do it.
But this week we do have the creator of the walk, twerk, clap, walk away.
Yes.
The one and only Naija Princess.
Mm-hmm.
I call her Ariane, but y'all call her Miss Dam. But we do have Miss Dam on this episode. She's going to open up about pretty much everything.
My mouth dropped a couple of times. I was like, wow, I definitely didn't know that.
I mean, definitely put us on game because all we do is show up to the strip club. We don't know the ins and outs of the strip club.
And I didn't know me taking back the money I was given to throw was bad etiquette, but
that part.
It is.
Okay. But we'll go ahead and get into this week's episode. We hope that y'all enjoy. And of course, our live show is August 4th and those tickets are still available. So y'all be sure to go ahead and go on Eventbrite, purchase your ticket, and then share the ticket with your friend, your mama, your grandma.
Just post it on your social media, tag us, Hear You Podcast, and say, I got my ticket. And we'll shout you out on the next episode.
That part.
So go ahead and do that. Let us know that you got your ticket. Tell all your friends to come.
That part. Bring your papa.
Okay.
As long as he fine, bring him.
Listen, we love old men.
Okay.
We said it once, we said it twice. We love old men.
And say it 3 times.
Okay, we love old men.
We love you, papa.
So we hope y'all enjoy. We'll see y'all next week. And back to the regular shit.
Yeah, we're going to be back with the regular shit next week.
All right.
And after y'all finish, make sure y'all go and leave a comment, like, subscribe, rate.
All that good shit.
Go on to Instagram. Go on
Miss Dam page. They hear you sent you.
I don't know how many of y'all it's going to be.
Not her 1 million.
I feel like y'all already know her.
Yeah, pretty much. We introduced you to somebody you already know, so. Hey, best friend.
Ain't it a blessing? You are listening to another episode of Hear You Podcast. This is Tan.
And this is B.
You ready to go ahead and get started, bro?
Let's get it.
Hey, let's go.
Hey. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Back for another episode.
We back and we better.
So I think it's safe to say we should just continue with this hot girl summer, real hot girl shit.
Real hot girl shit.
With one of Houston's very own.
One of the world's very own.
Okay, hot girls, Miss Dam.
The Naija Princess.
Say hi to everybody.
That's me.
Yeah.
I answer to a few names. One or 2 of them. So, hey, everybody.
So we're just going to learn a little bit more about her today. Hopefully learn some tips we all can use. And just have a conversation celebrating this hot girl summer.
Yeah, no. This is something that I have literally been talking to you about doing for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So I am so happy that we were able to finally go ahead and, all 3 come together. It's going to be a really good episode.
I'm just glad she took the time out of her busy schedule and her 1 million followers to talk to the likes of us.
That part.
Well, I'm glad to be here. And I'm also glad to, talk and share some things and, maybe even give some tips for the even better hot girl summer.
Hey, okay. I'm listening. I'm taking notes.
That part.
So everybody get out your pen and pad.
Let's go.
Okay.
So real quick, let everybody know kind of your resume and kind of like what you've done so far. For people who may not know who you are. Who is Miss Dam?
Well, my name is actually Ariane, but I go by Miss Dam. And Miss Dam, I really don't. Obviously, I don't consider her a person. She's more like a business to me. So you might hear me say, because Miss Dam, like it's kind of like you would be talking about McDonald's or something, like
right.
So Miss Dam is a business person. She's not really me. If anything, we're the total opposite from each other. So people are always kind of surprised when they do meet me or they do talk to me. It's like, oh, well, I thought this or I expected that. And, that's because, I'm Ariane. Miss Dam is really just around very briefly. Like, you just see Miss Dam when she's on the stage or when she's hosting a party, but as soon as the song is over or the party is over, like it's immediately back into Ariane mode, because you have people that think that I just walk around camping all day, every day, everywhere. And like, like the videos that I used to post on Instagram, I would make a video, like maybe throw on some quick makeup, touch up my hair, throw on a tight dress, post a video, make the video, whatever, and then it's done. Like I'm back with my bonnet on, back with my muumuu on. Like it's just.
I think you really low key ruining every man's fantasy out there right now.
Nah, that's part of their fantasy too. Trust.
A bonnet?
Nah, they know the bonnet be on.
Oh. Do they?
I love the bonnet.
Girl, I love my bonnet.
With me.
Literally.
So you wear a bonnet every night is what you're saying?
Every night, every day. I just love it. Like my hair is like a certain way. Okay, fine. But girl, I love my bonnet.
I feel you.
And whoever loves me will love it too.
Okay. That part. You gotta accept me with my bonnet and without my bonnet.
But 100% with.
Okay. All right. So just to give a little bit of a backstory. So Miss Dam, aka the Naija Princess, aka Ariane, that's what I actually know her as. Ariane is actually my cousin. Our dads are actually brothers. And it's so crazy because, Ariane, Miss Dam, you already know. It's so weird calling you Miss Dam, but you already know that these Nigerian men, there's not a single Nigerian man that doesn't know who Miss Dam is. Every last one of them know who Miss Dam is.
You want to know something even crazier?
What?
I think I told you this. So when you had told me she was your cousin, I was like, hey, I sent her pictures to my... So I would send your pictures to my ex that was in prison. I would take your... I would print out your pictures. I would print your pictures. You said what?
I have quite a few picture magazines within these facilities.
Yeah.
Yes. So actually, I think he made a little money off of you too, because I would send him pictures of you, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I gave it to my homeboy for a couple noodles and all that stuff." So that's actually how I knew who you were before. before Tan told me who you were. So that's even crazier.
I mean,
shout out to all the hustlers. Behind bars. Shout out to y'all.
Okay. That it's so crazy because anytime, one for my ex, right? There was one time Miss Dam was in town and I was like, oh, okay, let's go see my cousin. And he's like, Miss Dam is your cousin? Do you know? Everybody in Nigeria knows who she is. Every man in Nigeria knows who she is. I'm like.
And I'm still me, maybe it wasn't registered. Like my friends always say, you don't realize how big you are, how big your name is, but I'm still just like, okay.
Right.
Whatever. It hasn't gone to my head. I know some girls, they have 5,000 followers and it's, oh, you know who I am? And, oh, you need to look me up. And
right.
Whoa. But
yeah.
That'll never, ever be me. It's just not my personality. It's not my style. People are always surprised, by how nice I am. So that just makes me wonder, am I nice or is everybody out here really mean? So
maybe a little bit of both.
No, literally, that's because I've told people before, I'm like, she's literally the nicest person. Like, oh my gosh, don't let me get started because my cousin she already knows that I love her. But no, she's like the most humble person. Like literally, like she said, for somebody who's got 1.7 million Instagram followers, like, and is not walking around like nose in the air, like it really speaks a lot to your character, for real, for real.
You know why I think part of it is I really didn't seek it out. I honestly didn't want it. You know, I had started dancing when I was 17, and I was dancing because I needed the money. Like, it wasn't because I wanted to be like this popular, worldwide, famous stripper. Like, that was not my intention. Like, I just needed the money, nothing more, nothing less. Like, I was tired of working at the grocery store making maybe $200 a week. Like, girl. I was like, okay, it's time to figure out something else. So but that's a whole nother story.
Well, the thing is, though, a lot of people, like, we always say, like, dang, if I had a body, I'd be on the pole.
Right.
If I just look like
I'm
that,
this close to dancing.
So kind of, how did you get started? Like, did you just go into a club one day, or did someone tell you about it? Like, how did you get started at 17?
Well, actually, I was, like I said, working at the grocery, and this girl that I went to school with, she came through my line, and she had all this money, which it was just ones, but you know, when you're young, like,
it looks like a lot.
50 ones, 100 ones, that looks like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, where did she get all this money from?
Right.
So she said, girl, I'm a stripper. I was like, oh, what? Stripper? They said, oh, you hear about like the bad stuff, and even on TV and movies, like the stripper is always portrayed as just this negative, dirty, drug addict, prostitute. And I'm like, wow, stripper in real life. We exchanged numbers, and I called her. She was like, well, yeah, I'm going to the club tonight. You can come if you want. I'm like, for real? This is in New Orleans. I grew up in New Orleans. We go to, who was it, like a Rainbow? Because, of course, I didn't have anything to wear. She was like, well, just bring some heels and, you know, we could go get a little shirt. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have any money for any of this, but, you know, I'm like, okay. So I think I got a dress out of my closet and some regular heels, and we go to this club. And keep in mind, this isn't like a club, like a fancy street club. This was a hole in the wall off of Bourbon Street. Nobody was there. It was actually really scary and spooky, and all the time.
Scary and spooky. This sounds like the start of a horror film.
For real.
Like, the grocery store doesn't seem so bad after it. Whenever she seems to everybody's place, and I'm like, whatever. So the lady looked at me. It was like a bartender, which I later found out she was a bartender, security, and the waitress.
Damn.
One lady.
A woman of all trades.
Keep in mind, this was like a little tiny New Orleans little. I'm like, oh my God, what have I gotten into? So the lady looked at me, no questions asked, no ID, just kind of looked at me and says, okay, go to the dressing room to get dressed. But I'm thinking, I am dressed, because y'all know I had on my little shoes. I had on my dress and my shoes already on. I'm like, I am dressed. But nonetheless, I go to the dressing room, which is really the bathroom.
Wow.
My God. So I just told her for a minute, and then I came out. She didn't even realize I had on the same shirt. What am I doing? So I just sat there at the bar. She's like, do you want something to drink? And of course, I didn't drink. I was only like 17. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. And it was a long night. Just put it that way. It was a long night, and nobody ever really came in the club. But that was like my very, very, very first night.
So how much did you make your first night?
I think when it was all said and done, I ended up making like $100. This white guy came in, and girl, she ran up to him and said, "Oh yeah, go get a champagne room with her, a VIP room with her." And she was like just whispering to me, like, "Yeah, just go in a room with him and give him a lap dance." And I'm thinking to myself, "What is a lap dance?" This is a dance that you do on somebody's lap. Like, I mean, I got thrown like head first. I mean, nobody to really teach me anything, tell me anything. Just basically a girl I knew and told me to go to this club that I wouldn't even call it a club. But if we ever in New Orleans, I'm gonna bring y'all to it. So y'all can.
You think they still remember you?
It was, but just so y'all can see and get a visual of this.
Right.
Oh, I guess.
So you
That
think
had a stripper pole.
you think they still remember you there?
Probably not.
They probably do. I think they do.
Well, that's the thing. It's not like a strip club. It's just like a bar.
Oh. So
Yeah, like this wasn't like an official like strip club. This is just a bar that had a stripper pole. It probably wasn't even supposed to be. That's why it was no dressing room. It was no like nothing.
That's crazy. So how long did it take for you to quit the grocery store?
I think I quit within like a day or two.
Wow.
A day or two of going to that place and kind of picking up on stuff and just seeing, okay, I can make $100 a night versus $200 a week. You know, it made more sense.
Right. That's true now.
Okay.
I feel you.
I've always kind of been like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Why am I just putting up with this? And the people at the grocery are so mean to me, like just unnecessarily ugly to me. Like they used to pick on me. So I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. I guess I just was like, okay, at least here I'm my own boss. I can come in when I want. I can leave when I want. I can, you know, if I just want to make $50 and then go home, or just I was in control.
Right. So
that definitely felt good, and I had more money.
That's always a good thing. So, at the bar / strip club / what I don't know. It sounds like a trap,
a restaurant.
Okay. All right. So. I know you said you kind of got thrown in head first and like you really did, like they just rushed you to the champagne room.
Yeah. Yes, girl.
But as you got more like comfortable and things like that, who taught you kind of like what to do and what not to do as far as yourself and all that stuff?
Well, I've always been really observant. So I would just kind of see and watch the other girls. I would kind of listen to what they, were saying, watch what they were doing. And, you just kind of pick it up. And then also like TV and TV helped with like the dancing aspect of things. I think back then, the Juvenile Back That Ass Up video, like that was really popular. The 112 Anywhere song, I used to wait for that video to come on. That video taught me a lot. Yeah. 112 Anywhere. Shout out to them.
So 112 and Hot Girls.
Okay.
Taught you kind of started your whole career off.
Literally. So would you say that in order to be a dancer that you have to know how to dance?
No, not at all.
See, and that's what I would kind of think. I would think that you don't have to necessarily like have to know how to dance, but more so just know how to be sexy. Because I've seen some dancers who just stand still.
Sexy. It's crazy. Like now, there used to be standards and requirements, but a lot of these clubs, they're hustling the girls. So the goal is, okay, let's just get as many girls as we can get in here that's going to pay the house mom, that's going to pay the DJ, that's going to pay us to work.
Right.
So we really care how you look, or if you can dance, or if you can't dance. Just here, pay your money, and you're on your own.
Right.
Wow. I don't think
care.
I don't think I ever realized just how much you had to pay out. I actually had a client who is a dancer, and she's like, yeah, if I get there at a certain time, I got to pay this. If I have to get there at a certain time, I got to pay this. And then I got to tip the DJ, and then I got to tip the house mom. So how much money are you spending first before you make anything? And then what are you spending your money on before you even walk in?
Well, if you have children, you're going to have to pay for a babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do your own makeup, great, even though you'll have to still buy it. But then if you need your makeup done, that's another expense.
Right.
And you have the pen and paper out, y'all are adding all this in.
Ooh, it's like the TLC numbers.
Depending on if you have a vehicle or not, you have to, I guess, catch a cab, Uber, Lyft.
Right.
If you do have a vehicle, you're going to have to pay to park. That's right, no free parking.
Wait, you have to pay for parking at the club?
I know you lying.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
The parking people at the club have to pay to be there. They're paying the club too.
Wow.
They can't. The club didn't even give you parking passes? Are they wrong?
Hell no.
Well, I did not know that.
See?
You gotta pay.
Wow. Pay to park. Okay.
And it's like they might look out for you. They expect you to pay and tip. Because I mean, of course, you're a stripper. You're rich, so you got it.
So you pay and tip your car. Okay. So this is so you probably racked up
$100
before you even walk in the club.
Maybe more than that, depending on how much your babysitter charge, how much your makeup artist charge. I don't know.
Okay.
So like your client said, depending on what time you come, okay, I come by 7, I pay this, I come by 8. So typically the later you come, the more expensive.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's something I didn't know either. That's like a scam in itself, because like you gotta want to come early to save more, but it's more money if you show up later.
Well, it's actually illegal, but that's a whole nother story. That's why a lot of girls have been suing the clubs and winning.
Wow.
It's illegal.
It makes sense. I mean, imagine if your job told you like, okay, you come into work. If you come in at 8:30, it's $100. If you come in at 4:30, it's $600.
But it's crazy. Like, why are you paying to work? Like, you don't have a strip club without strippers. Like,
that's true.
Right.
You need us. But then it's crazy because in California, they said that same argument, and then the club said, okay, you want to be an employee? Cool. So what they started doing in California is paying the girls an hourly rate. I don't know how much. Probably, who knows? It's not much. And keeping everything. Like, okay, you want to be an employee? You want benefits? You want to get paid? We'll pay you. Wow. And keep all your tips, all your everything. So it's like a double-edged sword, kind of.
Wow. Because, I mean, what I've been told is it's pretty flexible. You kind of make your own hours, or work your own hours. But what's your favorite time to go in?
Well, when I was a regular dancer, I used to, where I mostly danced at, like once I moved to New Orleans, I went to Baton Rouge, and all the clubs out there closed at 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. So I would go about 11:30.
Okay.
So work 11:30 to 2. And
1:45 they were closed. 1:45, 1:50.
And so in 2.5 hours, how much would you make at that point? Because we hadn't got to.
Because you got to think, coming in late, you kind of have the advantage. The guys have already saw all the girls. They've already been asked by all the girls.
Right. They done seen all of them.
You come, and it's like, oh shit, who's that?
Right. Take my paycheck.
Yeah, y'all have already gotten annoyed by everybody else. So now here I am. The breath of fresh air, the sunshine.
Come on.
And so we're not even talking about before you moved to Houston, but in Baton Rouge, what was a good night for you at that point when you were dancing in Baton Rouge?
Probably about 1,000.
Wow.
And now let me go do some crunches.
Little secret. The little small towns, the little hole in the wall clubs, like that's kind of where it's at. Because I guess people feel comfortable there. It's like no pressure. You're not intimidated by fancy chandeliers and everything. So it's kind of like, okay, this is comfortable.
So you made a lot of money at the hole in the walls, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like one of my best clubs, like the roof was uneven, the floor was uneven. It was a hazard walking around. I'm telling you, it was like fun.
You had to have a hard hat on.
For real. A hard hat and a vest.
They thought that was part of the lure. She
tried to protect herself.
Okay.
Nah, I feel you.
Love that club. Too bad they tore it down because they built it in front of a Walmart. And you know, Walmart is like all about family. And
oh,
but they
wow.
didn't have a strip club in the front, of course.
Oh, that was the end of that.
Okay. Kittens in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Prairieville. Is that where we went that one time to that concert, Frost concert?
I thought we were still in Texas.
No, because we went to Shreveport and then.
Oh, you right. We may have been. Did they have did they have a tire? I mean, a steering wheel on the ceiling?
No, you're talking Wichita Falls.
Oh, wait, never mind. Wrong place.
Prairieville is like maybe like an hour outside of Baton Rouge, right? Shreveport.
It's like 20 minutes outside of. It's like right between New Orleans and Baton Rouge, but definitely closer to Baton Rouge. Like maybe 15, 20 minutes. Like outside of Baton Rouge.
I was telling because we went to the casino in Shreveport and I made them drive out there because I wanted to see a nigga. And it was like an hour outside and it was like in the middle of nowhere. It was in the middle of nowhere. And I think that's where we were, to be honest.
It probably was. So, okay. So is there any money to be made? Like, what's the best day of the week aside from the weekend to work? Like, is there money on Tuesdays, Mondays?
I used to prefer, when I was working at Shushi's in New Orleans, right after Hurricane Katrina, I only worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I did not work Thursday, Friday, or Saturday because, in my opinion, everybody goes out on the weekend. Right. Everybody's paid. Everybody wants to party. Everybody's off. But on the weekdays, you know, you get the people who, okay, I'm really coming to the strip club for the strippers.
Right.
I'm not coming just because I got off or I'm bored. It's the weekend. Like, me, and that's in general, like, even now, like, just going out regular. Like, if I go out, I would prefer to go out on the weekdays. It's just a whole different crowd to me.
You're right about that. And I didn't think about that. So that's like a really, really smart, because I'm thinking like, okay, today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
You know? But that's really, really smart, because the people who going to be there any day of the week.
And I imagine the people who really trying to spend money, they going to be there during like after work.
A lunchtime.
Yeah.
They got that after that weekend crowd. That's just coming because it's Friday, or just coming because it's Saturday.
Right.
Or just want to hang out with their friends. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So you went from Shreveport or Baton Rouge, and then you went to Louisiana?
No, Baton Rouge in Louisiana.
I mean,
Houston?
I thought you said
No, I was living in Baton Rouge, and I loved Baton Rouge. Like, I was kind of like, I had it made there. Like, you know, I had a boyfriend there. You know, my daughter, her family wasn't too far, like, from us. And from Austin. It was comfortable. Everybody knew me wherever I went. And it just was a really good, comfortable situation. Like, I was, of course, the top girl at the club then. And I loved it. But my mother, who's in New Orleans, got sick. Not sick since I was younger, but she got sick again, and she needed another double lung transplant.
Oh, wow.
So she was like, well, like, you know how somebody is asking you something but not asking you? Mm-hmm. So she kind of indirectly asked me if I would move with her to Houston just to be there for her surgery and stuff like that. And then, of course, we could come back to Louisiana. Uh-huh. So I'm like, well, yeah, of course. Even though, like I said, everything was really good for me in Baton Rouge. I'm like, you know, whatever. Houston's not a horrible place. And I had actually lived in Houston before, right after, like directly after Katrina, like when everybody had to evacuate, like that was where I went. Mm-hmm. And I liked it. The only reason I moved back is because my baby at the time was 1. So it was kind of like, okay, all my help moved back because New Orleans people, New Orleans is a lot, it's all they know. So it's like, okay, I don't want to go to Houston. I want to go back home. So as soon as they let everybody back in the city, everybody left. So I'm like, oh, okay, all my help left with this 1-year-old. So I need to go back to Louisiana too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. But I ended up coming to Houston to help him. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to only be for a year, but a year turned into 3 because it just was, nothing is ever like just a straight narrow walkway. There was a whole bunch of twists and turns and bumps and all type of stuff. And actually, during that time, my career got placed on hold.
So at that time, you weren't dancing?
Barely.
Okay.
Barely. It was too hard because I was like her caregiver, and I had never been a caregiver except for my children, of course. But like being an adult and like really having to do everything for them, bring them everywhere. It's like, how could I be in a strip club until 5, 6 a.m. and I had to bring her to pulmonary rehab across town from 7 a.m. Like it just was impossible. And then, of course, it usually falls on one person. Nobody helped me. So it was like, okay, I had to kind of make a choice, and I chose her. And it was crazy because, with dancing, like, you really don't, it's not one of those jobs where, okay, I'll take a year or 2 or 10 off, and then I'll just pick back up. Like, you're not getting any younger. So it was just kind of a decision I had to make.
Wow.
And I would make it again. It was worth it because she ended up finally getting the surgery, but then dying a few months after.
Wow.
So it was like, okay, well, I'm glad we did get to spend the time that we spent with each other.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, definitely, because you can't get it back.
And then I just ended up staying out here.
So, real quick, you did mention that you had a baby. So were you dancing and got pregnant, or did you start dancing after you had your baby?
Oh, no, I was dancing before.
Okay.
And it's a saying that it's never the right time. And it was it's never a right time, but it couldn't have come at like a worse time. Like, I think I was like 18, 19. Everything was going good. I just got a car. I got this really nice apartment, and just things were going really good. And I was making good money. And then it was like, I'm pregnant.
So how far did you dance into your pregnancy, and how soon after you had your baby were you back?
I think I kind of stopped quickly and only because I was so sick. Like it was kind of like a rough pregnancy in the beginning. So probably as soon as I found out, I stopped. And I wasn't really sure, but I stopped. And then I went back pretty quick because it was, again, like a hard pregnancy. All the money I had saved, I ran through it. Baby daddy, in and out of jail, typical bullshit. And I was working at Walmart, and oh my God, that was a nightmare. Like, I was 6, 7, 8 months pregnant, and these people are expecting me to pick up dog food and
oh my God.
Yeah, they don't care at Walmart if you're pregnant.
Hell no.
They put people in wheelchair to work.
Just like the grocery store, the people were so mean to me, the other employees, the customers. Like, I mean, it was just a total lack of respect. It seemed like they were putting me, I'm like, well, you would think with me being pregnant, they would put me on the express lines because, those are generally
small stuff, yeah.
Less busy lines. No, these people are putting me on the busiest lines, which is typically the line right after the express.
Right.
Because Walmart could have 100 registers, and it might be a few open, but for some reason, people always stop at that first register, the first register, like nobody walks and thinks, well, okay, yeah, this is 5 and 6, but let me see what 10, 11, 12 hats. So I'm like, oh my God. It seemed like every day I was on the busiest register. So that was a nightmare.
Oh no.
So you went back pretty quickly.
As soon as I had my first baby, I probably went back immediately.
So it sounds like you bounced back pretty fast. And if you have a baby and go back to dancing.
Okay.
Girl, even if I didn't, men are not picky.
Whoa.
They used to have men that came in the club and wanted like the pregnant looking women or the women that were pregnant. I know one girl used to squeeze her breast milk in a man's mouth.
What?
Oh yeah.
Wait, that's what he requested?
According to her.
According to her.
Wow.
See, we be out here thinking that like you just really gotta be in the best of shape. Mm-hmm. Your neck can't be dark. Your body gotta be one even tone.
Okay, no stretch marks.
No stretch marks, nothing. And you say men ain't even picky.
It's never been the prettiest girl to make the most money. It never will be.
So who's the girl making the most money in the club then?
I would say the girl that's, well, it depends on the club. Mm-hmm. If it's a club like a modern type of after-hour club, well, then okay, that's different. But if it's a club like more of a gentleman's club, where you actually have to sit down and talk and ask a person who their day was, and it's like, you have so many different types of clubs now.
So
confidence is the key, though.
So even if you're ugly, if you have confidence,
that's it.
You can make the most money.
Well, what's ugly though?
That's true. Because there's somebody for everybody.
For real.
And you gotta think a lot of these guys will purposely, shoot at an conventionally unattractive woman because, they feel like, well, she won't turn me down, or, she might do this weird shit that I'm asking or doing or requesting, and she's not going to look at me down because, they think you're naked, so automatically, it's assumed well, you're less than. So, I can tell her my fetishes. I can tell her my secrets. She's bearing it all. Wow. Not even realizing that, your body is just 1/3 of you. Right?
That's true.
You think I'm bearing it all, but you don't see everything. And probably never will.
Wow.
That's true. That's a good point. What was old boy name from Players Club? Marvin?
Uh-huh.
How many of those are there? Is there a lot of them in the club? The weirdos?
Honestly, isn't. All the creepy guys who were coming there and worship the ground you walk on, of course. But I've never been followed. I don't have any horror stories. That's just doesn't happen, I'm sure, but have I experienced it? No.
So what maybe was the weirdest or creepiest thing that's ever happened to you in a club?
In the club, I would have to say the request.
There was what?
The request, like the things people ask for.
So, okay, so what are some things they've asked you to do or asked of you?
Well, of course, the number one, can I come home with you? Can you go home with me? Then you kind of start to expect that. Then it gets more weird. Can you spank me? Can we curse on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you fuck me in my ass?
Whoa.
Can you slap me? Can you shit on me?
Whoa.
One guy wanted me to sell him my tampon, my used tampon. And I'm
what?
Like,
Hold on. Did you say a used tampon?
I have had multiple requests over the years to use tampons. I don't know why or what.
Did you ever?
Wait, now how's somebody gonna ask for a used tampon? You said it ain't no Melvins in the club.
That sounds real Melvinish to me.
Yes, yeah.
When I think of a Melvin, I think of you following somebody home.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Melvin is I followed you to your doorstep and I'm trying to get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
just a weirdo. That's just every other customer. Because, they feel comfortable sharing their deepest, darkest secrets with you. It's crazy. I used to be so jealous of girls with fathers and girls with the women with husbands. And then I started meeting their fathers and husbands in a strip club. And then it kind of changed that perspective. Like, it's not everybody. You have good men. Why are you laughing? What you laughing at?
I don't even know what she's laughing at. She just over here laughing.
Girl, I'm just over here like...
good men that go to the strip club, and you have good women that work in the strip club. Are they trying to meet each other? Absolutely not, in my opinion.
Wow.
So so let's say, would you be okay with your husband going to the strip club?
Yes.
Okay. Because, a lot of women consider like almost going to a strip club as like, if it's not cheating, it's like a step to cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, going to Walmart can be a step to cheating. Going to the gas station can be a step to cheating. Like, if somebody wants to cheat on you, you don't have to go to the strip club to do it. Because let me tell you another secret. The stripper does not want your husband or your man.
See?
And that's one thing I want to ask you, too. Because their misconception is that you sleep with everybody.
Right.
That would be so counterproductive to do that. Like, no.
Because you make money off of the fantasy of them wanting you. So if you gave yourself to them, then where's the fantasy?
Well, the thing is, if they can pay you to fuck, or even just fuck you, who's going to pay you to dance?
That's true too.
That's a
fact.
fact.
To get my dick sucked, what the hell am I want you to twerk for?
That's
what?
True.
So, I mean, you said we could ask anything. Have you ever slept with a customer before or went home with somebody?
With somebody, no. But slept with a customer, yes. And I mean, a customer would be considered like a strip club customer, somebody who paid to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had customers that turned into business.
I mean, we didn't all slept with a coworker. So
okay. Kind of same.
Same shit.
No, a coworker. I've never slept with like another stripper or another like DJ.
Right.
But
that's because you kind of see the behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see them peeing in the damn trash can and just you just see the dead mouth and shit. That's kind of what it's doing.
So I have a weird question, but this is something I always wondered. When you're on your period, what do you do?
Well, a lot of girls use sponges, like the makeup sponges.
Uh-huh.
Or the makeup wedges. And then some girls just cut the string or tuck the string. Me personally, I just used to like kind of push the string up there and be done. But I mean, it can only be like when my period is just about over. Because like my first few days, I cramp really bad. So I can't put a piece up there.
Damn.
Like, yeah, girl, and that shit is halfway done or towards the end. Throw that tampon up in there and bloop. And then you make more money than your period, too.
Wow. So you make more money on your period?
Oh, hell yeah. It's like a mating thing.
I think so.
Like,
the pheromones?
Yeah. And your hormones telling us time.
Okay.
Wow.
Girl, I go out there and be like, give me all your money. Give me all your money.
On your period.
On my period.
Day 5.
Me and Flo in the building. What's up? I ain't going home.
So kind of what was like, I'm sure there have been girls who weren't smelling very pleasant. So what was like your hygiene routine then when you were dancing? Because I heard you mention, we talked a little bit, you said something about wipes and stuff too. So what was your like hygiene routine?
Well, for me, it's some girls who to this day I can remember, okay, she used to stink, she used to smell that, or she had a reputation for smelling bad, but
Ooh.
me, that has never, ever, ever been said about me. And it's crazy because people are almost always surprised, like, oh my God, you smell good. Or I don't know if it's because my butt is big or what, but it's always like oh my God, she doesn't stink. Like even an ex-boyfriend of mine, he was like, yeah, I just knew you was funky. And number one point, that's the shit. But he's like, yeah, that's what I first thought. But, you know, when we first had sex, I have to admit, I was shocked. And,
the fact that he was okay if you had
an odor and was like, well, she cute, but she funky. At least she cute, but she funky.
Okay.
But she mine.
For real.
So in addition, my thing, I always take like a bath. Like no matter where I am, if I'm at home, if I'm in a hotel, like I have to sit and soak. I don't know what it is. It's probably just a mental thing at this point. But like if I personally take a shower, like I just don't feel clean. And even if, like, let's say I go to work at 11, if I took a bath, like when I first woke up, or let's say I took a bath at like 7, and then all those hours go by, and then, okay, it's almost time to go to work, I'm going to take another one. And it's not that, okay, well, I stink, let me go jump in the tub. It's just a mental thing, like, okay, always take a bath before work, because you can't come back from that. Like, once you get the funky reputation,
right?
Like, it's a super, super, super popular girl in Houston that has a reputation for being stink.
Like, I think I know who you're talking about too. Yeah, I've heard.
It's common, and she's a beautiful girl. She's fine, but it's like common knowledge she stinks, and I just never ever wanted that. So in addition to taking baths, and you know, I drink chlorophyll, which that's like an internal.
I've seen those. It's like a vaginal suppository.
No. You drink it.
Oh, never mind. I think never mind.
What I'm talking about.
she went somewhere else.
I think it's too deep. No, I think it was chloroform or something like that.
Chloroform is, I think, how you kill people.
Oh shit! Let me stop talking.
Yeah, you got going.
I got everything wrong.
Okay.
No.
So the chlorophyll.
It's actually what gives grass its green color,
and
it is like really, really good. Like if I was to like run out of deodorant, like it would be okay for like a day or two. Like I don't wake up with morning breath. Like sometimes my damn shit doesn't even stink.
Wow.
Like it's like an internal deodorant.
So how often do you take chlorophyll? So I'm gonna go give me some tomorrow.
You put it in your water.
Oh, okay. So you drink it like once a day or twice a day or what?
Whenever I think about it, I don't even drink it every day anymore. I mean, I never really did.
They got it on Amazon.
One of those things, whenever you think about it, I would like to make it a habit because it just has so many benefits. But you know, it's nothing I have to do or need to do. But it is really good. It's like an internal deodorant.
Oh, and where do you get this from?
Yeah, I need to go get me some. Shoot.
Yeah, chlorophyll. It's really, really good. I mean, it's going to be green because it's, like I said, it's what gives grass its green colors, but it has like a lot of benefits, like a lot.
And you was going to say something else? I'm sorry.
Well, so in addition to that, you know, I have like my little smell good stuff. Like with the lotion, I just use coconut oil or the shea butter. That's really good. And, you know, you just top it with your perfume. And of course, you know, deodorant.
Right.
Add that. Some people don't wear deodorant.
And so, do you...
Oh Lord!
Did you just use the deodorant under your armpits, or did you put it elsewhere?
I put deodorant under my arms, and like if I know I'm gonna be bending over in people's face, I'll put a little under my ass cheek. I'll put some between my ass, and I'll put some between my thighs.
See, I knew it wasn't a far out question.
You knew it wasn't crazy.
You would look like, okay, where this going? I knew it made sense.
Oh, you thought she was putting baby powder in between her titties?
No, I know. But I know, like, but she's a curvy girl, so she has folds and stuff. Like her booty got a fold, so you put deodorant under folds to kind of keep it smelling fresh.
And it works. Like it really works.
Fat girl secret.
Girl, shut up.
He's smelling good.
It works. Maybe the people do when you see nothing shine. Be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
So,
oh my gosh.
So we hear all the time, like, the strip club is like now the new club and stuff like that. So how do you feel about girls going in a strip club and like dancing? Is that like another no or a unspoken rule?
See, when I started, you had strip clubs, you had gentlemen's clubs, you had rules. Phones weren't allowed, unaccompanied women weren't allowed, pictures weren't allowed. Now, all of this stuff is encouraged. And I think that's when we are starting to see the decline of the strip club. Because y'all have made them into, they're no longer strip clubs. They're clubs that happen to have strippers. So it's a mess.
Okay. And
it's a mess.
So you think women coming to the strip club has made it a mess?
Well, you know, the girls that come into the strip club looking for the guys.
That's true.
And it kind of, you know, you got the girls that play along, they tip, they having fun, but then you have the girls that, you know, they hustling too.
Right.
You know, you just not hustling in a G-string and clear heels, but you hustling too.
Oh, that's a damn good point.
It kind of messes up your money because, okay, you know, I'm trying to make money, you're trying to make money, and you kind of, I have to pay to be here.
Right.
You probably walked in with some niggas. Like, I had to pay hundreds of dollars over the course between, you know, like we discussed earlier, babysitter, parking, tip out. So it is just frustrating. Or even worse, if a guy gives them money to tip, they throw $2 and then put 98 in their purse.
Yes.
Like,
I've been guilty of that before. I'm sorry. I've been guilty of that.
Some, at least.
I threw some, but I did. So me and my ex, when he gave me 100, and I probably threw 20 and kept 80.
Oh my God.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like, whenever I go to the strip club, I do be feeling bad because in my mind, it's not like, oh, she's just dancing. I'm thinking she at work. So she got to get paid. Like, that's where my mind be. Cause I hear all the time about girls who are like, oh, you know, he gave me $300 and I pocketed $2 and only threw $100. But I'm just like, she's at work. Like, and it ain't easy to be over there in them heels, in the outfit,
getting
dancing,
talked about, getting critiqued.
Yeah, that's where my mind be.
They're picking you apart. And when you on that stage, all them lights hitting everywhere. So they lifting you up and down. They picking you apart, and you know what can you do? So you're on display in a few ways.
So how is it being in heels? How's it being in heels all night?
Yeah, especially that high.
Because I have like a 30-minute minimum.
They're actually comfortable because you got to think they're not like regular heels. It's like a platform in the front. So it's actually like, let's turn on into the strip club. Look at their shoes. Like, it's not like a steep incline or like a high arch. Like, it's kind of all one length, but it's just high up. If that makes sense.
I didn't think about that.
So it's not like, you know, my toes are screaming. It's just I'm high up.
Wow.
But it's all kind of one. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like one like length. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's not like a soakate where you're like, oh my God.
Right. It's just too steep. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just high. Like, yeah, it's not like a steep incline, or it's just high up.
Right. So what about the outfits? Like how much, what's the cost for that?
For my outfits, being that, you know, I was like the featured entertainer, the paid guest, I couldn't come in there with my little $10, $20 box outfit. Like, I had to get like the rhinestones, the blinged out outfits. Like, I had to stand out. So my outfits would cost anywhere from like 75 to a few hundred.
Wow.
For you to take it right off.
Right.
Right off. Well, sometimes I would leave it on.
Mhm.
Like, a lot of clubs, the girls don't even get naked, but, you know, everybody's too high and drunk to even notice.
If you naked or
That's why I'm
not.
like, you know, everybody try to talk shit about strippers, but you could see more skin on the beach. Because I know at V Live Houston, which is no longer open, but we had to have full bottoms and we couldn't get topless. So it was girls basically running around in bathing suits and nobody realized it.
Wow.
I used to wear a bathing suit in there sometimes.
Wow.
And again, you know, you're so caught up in the hype, caught up in the moment, you don't even realize, hold up, these girls not even taking nothing off.
Right. Exactly. That's crazy.
A lot of clubs are like that. And you know why? Because they don't have the licensing to be a real strip club.
Oh.
Like on paper, like I think, for example, V Live, like on paper, they were a steakhouse.
Wow.
Wait, they were a steakhouse on paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Is that why they're not open no more? Because they were lying?
Don't comment.
Oh, shit. You said don't comment. Well, okay. All right.
Well, we're going to change subject real quick.
Steakhouse, and, you know, we weren't strippers. We were go-go dancers.
See, you know, a lot of stuff is just how you word it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm not a plumber. I'm a
pipe fixer.
That's Uncle Porno. Like, I'm what's the toiletier? So
sure.
How you make it? How you say?
And I mean, if you not getting naked, I mean, what could a person say? I mean, you can't arrest me or take me to jail because I have on booty shorts and a crop top. That's not illegal. It's not even illegal if these people want to throw money in the air.
That's a good
I mean,
point.
those aren't activities limited to strip clubs.
That's
we
true.
could go to Applebee's right now and throw money in the air. Now, they might ask us to leave, but
it ain't illegal.
Y'all got to
it's
go.
not illegal.
Wow. That's true.
That's a very good
I
point.
think about that.
That's a really good point.
So where did you see, like, when did you see, like, almost that you kind of were the popular stripper or the main attraction? Like, when did you see that happen?
Probably I realized it in the Baton Rouge Club.
Mm-hmm.
And then the demand started to come because I had did a few magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Shout out to Baby Daddy.
I don't even think these magazines are around anymore. King, Black Men, Show, Smooth. I think the Straight Stunting. That was the first one, Straight Stunting.
Listen, the Straight Stunt magazine is where I found you at. I used to get the Straight Stunt magazines online because you know you can't buy them and send them in. So I would get the Straight Stunt magazines at the store online and have them shipped directly. Oh Lord, I was such a bird.
Girl, it's too much.
Shout out to Straight Stunting.
Wow. So you were featured in there first, and that's kind of how you got your name, and people started noticing you and things like that.
And then I think from there it was kind of okay. It's so crazy with even how I got that name because I used to go by my real name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was your stage
not my
name?
real name.
Oh,
well, a variation of it. I used to tell people that my name was Ariana. So, which that's actually my second daughter's name now. She's Ariana, but you know my real name is Ariane. But I just felt it was easier to tell people that my name was what sounded like a real name. So I wouldn't get that annoying, well, what's your real name?
Right.
Cupcake isn't your name. What's your real name? Strawberry isn't your name. And, I have did extensive research on sales, marketing, stuff like that. And people will buy something from somebody who they trust versus somebody they like. And when you start out a sale with a lie, hi, I'm Cupcake, it's kind of automatically, okay, you're lying to these people. So I just made things all around more smooth by me just saying, hi, I'm Ariana.
Yeah, that sounds like a real name.
Right. It is.
So one of the number one questions we've been asked.
Yes.
Is your body real?
Of course, it's mine.
There you go.
Really mine.
There you go. Bingo.
It's really mine.
There you go. Bingo.
I mean, third question, it's like three questions that I always dance around that I won't give a direct answer on. And that's only because the second I confirm or deny the allegations, that's when they're going to stop talking.
That's
so
true.
I need to keep this narrative going. Well, is this real?
Yep.
Is that real?
Keep them guessing.
How old is she? Like, it's certain things that, I need you to keep asking. I need you to keep discussing. And that's just that. Like I tell people, my body is really mine. As far as how old I am, I'm legal. I've heard everything from I'm like 24, 25 to I'm 50.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Hey, I'll take it. And it's crazy because the older girls, like the girls that's in their 30s, the girls that's in their 40s, I don't see a difference between them and the girls that are in their 20s, in their, late teens. Like with all this makeup, like it was some girl my daughter showed me, and she was like the girl was in high school. The girl looked like she could have been somebody's mom. Like, she did what?
Girl, these younger girls these days, they don't look too young now.
Right, like these 14-year-olds are looking 25.
That
like,
part.
I didn't look like that at 14.
Girl.
Like I had an ugly stage and it was kind of long. Like these girls got it done.
They skipped straight past all that.
Right, like where was your ugly period? Shit.
They don't have it no more. They have the filters, and they got like these kids are like. I was in high school. I was doing like an angled liner and blue eyeshadow and a bunch of weird shit. Like these kids, makeup is on point,
contour,
everything.
Yeah.
Eyebrows be disgusting.
Okay.
Crazy. So, it's like the older girls, they can be in the game a little longer because to me, you can't tell who's who anymore.
Right.
That's true.
Everybody looks the same age when I was here.
That's very true.
That's a good point.
So another question we've gotten with you, have you dated anybody famous or, been around? I mean, I'm sure you've been around famous people, but like, who are some of the people that you've actually been around, and have you dated any of them?
I've been around probably almost every celebrity you can imagine because so many of them frequent the clubs, the strip clubs, hosted parties with a lot of them. So as far as like being around constantly, and almost everybody in the entertainment industry you can think of.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as dating, I've dated a few. Not as many as people may think, but I have dated a few guys.
Yeah.
Who's the worst tipper?
Mostly the famous people.
But I'm saying, like, out of the famous ones, who you like? I'm disappointed in you.
Now she can't give no name.
Oh, sorry.
Y'all would be. I could tell you the good tippers before I could tell you. Like it's just too many to name, and that comes from the sense of entitlement, and that's why. People always think, they have to be a rapper to get with me, or a baller to get with me, or a football player, basketball player, and all of my boyfriends have been like regular guys who go to work. And that's honestly my preference.
Right.
Because, with guys in the industry, it's like that sense of entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's kind of like, it's just so many, it's just such a high volume of women. Like, it's a headache.
Mm-hmm.
I've dated probably like 2-3 people seriously, and it was nothing but a headache and drama.
I believe that part.
Yeah.
So who are the good tippers then?
Drake. He's a really good tipper.
Oh, come on, Champagne Poppy.
Somebody, and I can tell you yay or nay.
Okay, so
like he used to always come to Be Live Houston. That's why he was off the top of my head.
What about so Houston rappers?
Slim Thug.
Yeah.
Is it a no?
He's an asshole. Like he had a thing for like the light skin girls. So if you weren't that,
Okay.
I mean, that was a long time ago. Maybe he's changed.
Right.
He used to not spend any money, and then on a rare, super rare occasion, he did. You had to be light skinned. So.
Wow.
What about Paul Wall?
They didn't frequent the club.
Oh.
Yeah, Paul Wall doesn't really seem like a clubber to me. He's been married for about 11 years.
He really comes.
Yeah, he don't seem to. So like, speaking of like, the colorism and everything that's been like happened recently with Chris Brown, is that something that's real big in the strip club as well?
I haven't experienced it, and I think that's because my name helped. But I do know a lot of, brown, dark-skinned women that didn't have a name, that was their story, that was their struggle. So I don't have a personal story or example with that, because I've probably been the exception to a lot of it. Well, yeah, she's brown skinned, or yeah, she's dark skinned, but she's popular, whatever. So I didn't really go through that. Like, it would be a lot of times I would be the only dark girl in a section.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know. It's not right though, because
Wow. So, we definitely learned a lot about the strip club. Okay, so another quick question. So, is there a preference, or is there a difference between being called a dancer, an exotic dancer, and a stripper?
Some girls, they take offense to being called a stripper, but it doesn't offend me, because that's what you are. And over a course of the night, you get called way worse than a damn stripper.
Right.
But I've heard like a lot of girls want to be referred to as entertainers or exotic dancers, or like, no, I'm a stripper. It's fine.
Wow. Okay.
Like, I'm not, it's more stuff to be picky about or angry about. Like, the terminology, that's what it is. Even though technically it's not any stripping going on, but that's that. And I'm okay with knowing that when I'm 100 years old with grandchildren, I'm going to probably still be referred to as a stripper or Miss Brown. That's fine. Because, I honestly haven't stripped in months, but,
Right.
So that's, excuse me, that's something else I want to ask too, because a majority of the questions that we did get was like, what's your end game and probably when you'll stop stripping? So kind of, have you thought about that at all, and like when you wanted to stop officially and things like that?
Well, I never want to stop officially, and let me explain. It would be girls who, I retired, I'm quitting. They would have these big, extravagant retirement parties, and in a week or two, sometimes even sooner, they would be right back.
Wow.
That I never wanted to officially like retire. Because I mean, if push was to ever come to shove, I'm going to be pushing and shoving.
Right.
And I like to be twirling and dancing and twerking. So I never want to just I'm never ever doing this again, because life will come at you fast. So I just it's kind of just one of those. You just won't see me anymore. You won't see any twerking on my page. You won't see any flyers. You won't. You just. And then it would just be all types of speculation. Well, did she start? Because people have asked me, did I retire? No. Well, why haven't you danced in much? Well, I just haven't danced. I mean, I could go dance tomorrow, or I may never ever dance again in this lifetime. So, I'm a Scorpio. We don't like labels, so it's just kind of, whatever. Yeah, it's a Scorpio thing. So, when it's just, you just won't see me anymore. That's all I can say. I mean, you see me, but you won't see me in clear heels and a thong.
Right.
But
no, I feel you for trying to, just do like, I was going to do a fadeaway versus it being a really big thing. And like
retirement.
Because you even think about like how many rappers have said that they retiring, and then 2 years later they drop another album. And so...
Yeah, I just prefer not to say anything. But right now, all I will do is maybe host a party, but really not even that too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is something like even like a regular girl can do to, I guess, never mind, because that's...
You talking about like the confidence? Or?
Yeah, like kind of, because when you dance, you kind of finesse and you have to kind of act like you really like, where you are and stuff like. So how do you?
Well, it's like an actress.
Yeah.
And I think for tips, what I would recommend is to really like sit down and look in front of the mirror and like really look, like move the knees, just like really stare in front of the mirror and get comfortable with looking at you. Get comfortable with being you. Like look at your eyes, look at your eyebrows, look at your hairline, and don't look away. Like just really look at yourself and get to love yourself and appreciate, the blemishes or the irregularities, and just just really get to love you. Like it's just one you. You gotta really like cherish and love you. You gotta be we can stand.
So what is dancing, I guess, taught you a few things that have taught you about men in general? Because I hear oftentimes too, men just love going to the strip club because, you're more understanding and whatever. So what does that taught you about some men?
They do a lot of business at the strip club.
Yeah, like they say they do. Like, I'm here to do business.
Yeah.
I think, like I discussed earlier, people are more comfortable with it. Because you got all these people running around naked, and that's most people's biggest fear, waking up naked in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
So here you are with people constantly being naked in front of the crowd. So everything's just more relaxed, more comfortable, more at ease. And that's why I think a lot of guys do find comfort in talking to us or sharing things with us or telling us their deepest, darkest secrets, their deepest, darkest fantasies. Like over the years, I've had so many people like sharing things with me that I know that they've, they're going to probably go to their grave with, because it's just, I've had multiple men tell me they want to be women. I've had people this is like launching like policemen type of men, and I don't believe it all. Like, I'm probably one of the most open-minded people, if not the most open-minded. Like, people have told me some shit, and I'm just kind of like, oh, okay.
It's a regular day.
I've had people tell me, like, actually, it's really common, people eating shit.
Huh? Wait, huh? Wait.
Let me be clear. That's not my thing. then. I don't want to eat shit. I don't want anybody eating mine, honestly. No judgment.
Wow. So they sit up there and tell you that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I would imagine though, like a nigga get a few drinks in him. He really and
I want to eat your shit.
You sit and talk with him, and you really, making him feel engaged and like you listening,
comfortable.
I can imagine he'll sit there and tell you his whole life story.
I know I don't know if it's me or I don't know what it is, but people feel really comfortable with me. Like I could have met somebody 5 minutes ago and they're telling me their life story and crying to me. This has happened to me multiple times. So, I mean, not even just inside the strip club, like just people just feel comfortable with me. And I don't know. I said that, if I could do it all over, I would probably go to school to be a psychiatrist because I really do like talking to people. I like helping people. Like I'm the friend that people call like when they want to calm down or when they need advice or, I can honestly look at both sides. I probably would have been a psychiatrist or a lawyer because, a lawyer has to kind of be able to see both sides. So.
Right. So do you have friends or like even best friends that are still dancers, or did you make friends in the club?
For a long time, I didn't have any close friends that were dancers, but now 2 of my best friends actually do dance. It's just such a funny, competitive industry and job. And, it just... I've seen so many customers like cause rifts and, it's just a lot of it is phony. A lot of it is fake, but I have managed and maintained 2 genuine friendships out of all my years in the strip club.
Oh, I love it.
Have you ever got into it with another dancer?
Compared to my shorter, lighter, I can't say friends, but like acquaintances, like I wouldn't really get picked on. And I don't know if it was because I was always taller, larger, even darker, because that kind of plays a part too.
Right.
Like, you know how sometimes some girls will pick on like little pretty light-skinned girls, just smaller girls. So I really didn't have the problem. Like, I got along with everybody. Everybody got along with me. Like I wasn't one of the ones that was fighting all the time, cursing and just arguing. Like it was pretty peaceful with me.
See, yeah, I can see that because she's not like that at all. Like, because I've seen some of them strip club fight videos and they be fighting hard.
Everybody's just so loud. And, my thing is, why most of the fights happen in the dressing room. But it's like, why are you even back here anyway? Like, you should be on the floor talking to the customers. Why are you talking to these other strippers? You need to be out there. They're not going to pay your rent.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And then after you fight, you done broke nails, got your hair messed up, your makeup, and then where you gonna go?
And got to pay a fine. At V Live, when you fought, you have to pay like $1,000 fine. Like, who's worth that?
Okay.
Fuck you.
I'd be like, look, I don't want no problems. I just came here to make my money and go home. That's it.
That's it.
So you mentioned
and that should be everybody's goal, no matter if your day ends at 5 p.m. or 5 a.m. Make your money and go home.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to dinner with you, Ruth. It's time for me to clock out. So speaking of fines, what other fines were there? Like you said, there's a fighting fine. Is there a you late fine?
Clubs that you couldn't get naked in. It was a fine if you showed anything. It's a fine if some clubs, you're not allowed to pick up your money. It's a fine for that.
Wait, so if you don't pick it up, who does?
The sweepers.
Oh, wow.
And they bag it up and write your name on the damn bag, and you wait for it like a damn child at the end of the night.
Girl, you lying.
So I
had a huge problem with that.
I would feel like I wouldn't trust nobody to like not take any of my money.
Right.
Bags have come up missing.
I'll be pissed.
Money has come up short. Girls swearing that they were on a bag. And like, let's say I'm dancing for y'all. Now, it's just me and one other girl. But then at the end of the night, Strawberry over there talking about she was on the bag. She was dancing too. And then it's kind of like, okay, it's not like we can call the customer and ask them, even if you do have their number. I mean, you know,
right.
Who wants to get involved or hear some messy, stupid stripper shit? And then it kind of turns, sometimes they'll say, oh, run back the camera. But girl, they never do that. So it's just kind of like, well, your word against whoever, then it could get messy.
Wow. I can see that. And then even for like the sweeper for bags to be missing, I'd be like, you know what? How about you getting them damn heels and walk around this bitch all night long instead of taking people money?
Oh, it's a mess. But you know, that's that control that the clubs want. They want to control you. They want you to, and then that's also so they can get out their cut.
So
their percentage.
You pay a fee to go in, and then you pay them a portion of the money you get after too?
And the house mom.
Yes, ma'am. 10% usually.
Whoa, they getting tithes and I didn't know. Wow. So I'm thinking you pay to go in and that's it. So you got to pay them out of your money.
Yes.
Wow.
Do you at least get like
out of every bag?
You at least get free wings or anything for
Hell no. You got to pay for that too.
You said 10% out of each bag?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. So they count your...
See, that's the thing. I haven't paid to work in the club. When was the last time you saw me at V Live Dallas?
Ooh.
That was probably the last time.
Oh, that was... Oh, shit. Probably 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago, probably.
That is the last time I have paid to work in the club, paid the house fee, paid the DJ, paid the 10% out of every bag. So yeah, it's been so long since I've like been a regular dancer.
Hey,
I used to go on the weekend, and you know, just me and Fuck Fame used to go actually. Every weekend.
Girl, yeah, that was 2 years ago. Damn. Yeah, because you mostly do like appearances and things like that now. So.
Yeah, I was doing appearances, and my last appearance was in Nigeria.
Hey, Naija, baby.
And when was that? Was it April? Wait a minute. No. What are we in? Time is going by so fast.
Girl, right? It's July right now. I think was it November or December and then April?
I danced there in December, but it was a time after that.
I think that was April.
It was April, like the end of April. So that's the last time I danced. The end of April.
Wow.
So you get flued out to Nigeria to go dance. And
I flew out twice to dance in Nigeria, and that was interesting. You know what? The clubs, it's so many clubs like all over the world, and they're like real strip clubs because a lot of people don't know. You know, a lot of people think, you know, Nigeria is full, Africa, period, is just full of huts and wild animals.
Right.
Like, no, it's like a lot. It's a city, and that city has like one of the nicest strip clubs I've ever been to.
And Nigeria's nightlife is ridiculous.
Nigeria had their nightlife would rival. I would put them up with the best. It's
literally
up there, and I've partied a lot of places. You know what other international spot is really, really good? And I didn't even know this place existed. A place called Curacao.
Oh, that's like the drink, right?
Oh my God, one of the best like it was a beautiful place. Like the money was good.
Where's that at?
Curacao.
Where's that at?
It's like right above South America.
Because I never heard of it either. Over here thinking, like the drink. It's head over not a I'm like, where is that?
Right above South America, like not too far from Aruba.
Oh, you know, I'm geographically challenged. I was going to ask where Aruba is, but that's okay. I'll look another time.
Internationally, I've danced Lagos, Curacao, Jamaica, Dominican Republic,
London,
Tokyo. Tokyo was pretty cool to dance in.
Wow.
Didn't
Amsterdam,
you do London?
London, Paris, Glasgow.
Wow.
I think that's it.
That's a lot. That's it. That's a lot.
Rotterdam, which is like right outside of Amsterdam, I think.
Wow. And so on a really, really, really good night, what do you usually bring it in? Or what were you bringing in on a really, really good night?
Like as a feature?
As a feature, yeah.
Or like a regular dancer?
Well, I guess both.
Yeah.
A regular dancer, a good night will probably be about, well, anything over 1,000 clear. Like, okay, after paying all my 1,000,001 fees, I still have $1,000 or more. So yeah, anything over 1,000, 1,500, you were good.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, with the features, you're automatically starting out, you know, plus 2,000-3,000.
Wow.
So that's, I mean, before you even get to the city, like, okay, you already know, well, I've made this.
Right.
And then if you could make another 2,000-3,000 in tips, you know, it was a $6,000 situation. And,
wow.
you know, what I used to like to do, like, for example, if I had a show lined up, well, we'll use Houston as an example. If I had a show in Houston, you know, I would reach out to promoters I knew in Austin, in Dallas, and that way, you know, I could just put together like a little Texas tour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I had a show in Chicago, I would reach out to like all my Midwest promoters.
Right.
Like, you know, if I had a show in New York, I would reach out to the people I knew in Jersey and Philly. That way, you know, it just kind of made sense. So, you know, if you were gone all weekend, you might come back with $10,000-$15,000.
God damn.
Depending on how it went.
Oh,
You know, a lot of things can go wrong. Like a lot.
That's true too.
Weather, shootout, you know, something going on in the city. Like it was one time, all our shows were messed up for the weekend, and we found out it was because it was the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert or something like that. Oh, can't really compete with J and B.
Right.
So yeah, like if it's something, and that's why when I used to throw parties, I would make sure it was like nothing else going on. So you didn't have a choice but to come from home.
See, and it's so crazy because all of this is so strategic.
Yeah.
I am, and that's why, like when we started off the conversation, I told y'all that I looked at Miss Dam as a business. Like, you know, I wasn't just some stripper who, oh yeah, I'm a stripper, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, like I, even down to my Instagram posts, everything is so strategic with me. If y'all take a look through my Instagram, even like for the promo for this, like I haven't been posting twerk videos, like this thing I used to do called walk, twerk, clapaways, which that's a whole nother story. Yeah. But I haven't been posting that type of content. Like I just kind of been on like some Ariane shit. So I was like, well, okay, what do I do but post, pretend like I'm going to start twerking, and then, gotcha.
Right.
Now that I got your attention, tune into, that got way more likes, views, follows than if I would have just said, oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing this interview on this podcast. Go check it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it is a method down to what I wear, what time I post, what day of the week I post. Like it is very, very well thought out. Like I have a lot of followers in Lagos. So my typical times are like after work in morning, like 6-7 o'clock a.m. because on the weekdays when my kids are in school, my first alarm goes off for 5:45. So like now it's 11:21, but I think in Lagos it's like 5 or 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I may be tired, but the peak, because I think, it tells you where your followers are. Mm-hmm. So like Lagos fluctuates between like my second and third top city that I have the most followers in. So when they're on my list, okay, well, it may be 11 o'clock here, but they're just waking up over there.
Right.
So I need to post something. So, what's the first thing most of us do? Grab our phones, mm-hmm. go to Instagram. Mm-hmm. So I need to post something now. I mean, even though I'm tired, but, if they're the third city, that's pretty high to even make the list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I have self-confidence and I can't, oh, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. Like I have to be up and have the content, which I haven't been posting that much on there. So I knew the post was going to do good because I've just been kind of off of Instagram.
Yeah.
You've
like,
definitely
not what it used to be.
Definitely been getting a lot of message asking, one, if you were pregnant. Two, if you could do your signature hashtag and if you were going to do that again or when you were going to bring it back.
I mean, literally, I had one Nigerian guy. He's like, why doesn't your cousin? He's like, she used to wear her dress and she would walk and then she would jump and hear, yeah. They miss your walk, twerk, clap away. They really miss it.
And you know why I started that? An ex of mine recorded me walking, and at the time, Delicious had her like walk away thing going. I don't know if y'all remember that, but so I posted it and everybody was like, oh my God, you think you're delicious. You're copying off of Delicious. Oh, only Delicious can do the walk away. And I said, you know what? For number one, Delicious didn't even start the walk away. A porn star, no, the bomb started the walk away, actually. So that's number one. I said, and number two, I've been walking away since I was, 2 or 3?
Okay.
Whenever the hell people start walking, I said, and then the last thing, I got something. Not only am I going to walk, I'm going to twerk and I'm going to clap this time.
Okay.
So take that. And the walk, twerk, clap away was born.
Aww.
And this was years ago. And then it was like I had on a gray dress, and I'll never forget. I didn't even want to post the video, but my ex was like, "Oh, you tripping? It looks fine." So I'm like, "Okay, fine." Like I was begging him to do it over, but then he was like, "Oh, it looks fine. I'm telling you." And that video went viral. To this day, people still post that video, repost it, talk about it, and it's so funny because I never showed my face in it. Mm-hmm. So a lot, if you know it was me, you knew, but like in any of the walk, twerk, clap aways, like you never saw my face. So I probably
That's a good point.
Yeah. So it's so crazy to me that that's so popular because like you literally just saw the back of me. And at the time, like I was constantly changing my hair. So it's not like I even had a signature hairstyle, even though some people would say like the big puffy hair was my signature hairstyle. But yeah.
Wow.
So if I would have showed my face, like I might have like 100 million followers. I don't know. Because when that gray dress video went viral, I was getting like 10,000 followers a day.
Girl, wow. That's crazy.
So one of us need to wear a gray dress then and walk.
Okay, and you gonna record me at the store?
Yeah, because I'm built like a water bottle.
I almost did not post that video. That's what's so funny about it. Didn't want to post it. But it's always like that. Like even with pictures, like the pictures that I think, oh my God, this isn't going to do well. That'll be the pictures that do well, the videos. It's weird. It's like, if you don't like it, that means everybody else is going to love it.
Right. So speaking real quick, before we go ahead and answer some of our listener questions or some questions that were submitted for you, how do you deal with the negative comments that you receive? Because, I can't lie. I be looking at your comments sometimes, and I be wanting to cuss some of them out. Who'll be like talking crazy to you? I be wanting to be like, you know what? Let me just go off on this nigga real quick. Because some of the people can really be disrespectful, but that's just me being like, oh, this is my cousin. Y'all leave it the hell alone.
Well, how do I deal with them? I don't. And it's like everybody who knows and loves me says this, the same thing. Like, oh my God, I be wanting to curse people out, and how dare they say that? And a lot of these people want a reaction and a response.
That's true.
And some acknowledgement. And as a society, we do tend to hone in on the negative stuff or the bad comments, and I think that's just because a lot of times, if you have 100 people telling you, oh my God, you're so pretty, you're so fine, I love you, and then it's the one person talking about, fuck you, you ugly bitch, I hope you die, then it's kind of like, what? Where did that come from? And then you kind of want to address it because it's the minority. And it's, and then people always say, not to me because I don't respond to it, but, I've always heard people say, well, y'all respond to the negative and, nobody responds to the positive. Like, it has been guys that after you respond to them, well, I just wanted a response. I just wanted to get your, attention. And I mean, I've had some people say some like really nasty, ugly things about me, my children, my mother before she died, my father. And, I can't say it doesn't hurt or it doesn't bother me, but you kind of it comes with the territory. I mean, look at Kim Kardashian. Look what's said about her.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Like, what can you really do? I mean, you got people that'll put a side-by-side picture of her sucking Ray J's dick and then of her kissing her husband or kissing her child. And, that has to hurt, but what can you really say? What can you do? And then you just have to know that these people don't know you. Mm-hmm. They don't, at the end of the day, they don't matter. Like, they're watching me. Like, and the thing is, with opinions, no matter what they are, like, they're still, like, you can still profit off of them.
Yeah.
Like, just like problems cause profit, like, so does controversy. And so does publicity and opinions. Like, no matter what you say about me, you're still, it'll be somebody who says, I don't know who Miss Damn thinks she is. She thinks she's all that. Oh, her ass is fake. Her whole body is fake. Even her damn nose is fake. Everything. Her forehead is fake. And then they'll proceed to post a picture of you and, you just advertised for me. You just promoted me. Like, this is the type of promo and publicity people pay for.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's priceless. And guess what? You did all that for free.
Girl.
So,
fact.
You got to think about that every time you go to talk about somebody or, oh, yeah, look at this bitch. Look how fake her ass is. Look how fake her body is. Look how ugly her tattoos are. And then you proceed to show or post a picture.
Yep.
That's promotion.
That's promo.
Free promo.
Free.
That's promo, baby.
Essentially, you essentially work for me.
Ooh.
I like the sound of that.
Run that back.
I mean,
you work.
That's a really good way to look at like all of the comments and things.
Because I'm looking at your comments now, I'm just like, somebody said, were you in prison? Let me see.
It's some crazy shit in there.
Somebody said, please block me. No, I'm not pregnant. No, I'm not in prison. And see, that's where the entitlement comes in. Like, I don't owe y'all twerk videos. No. I don't owe y'all a post every day. I don't owe y'all to fill y'all in. Like, that's but y'all have gotten so comfortable and with me, and I y'all, y'all are looking for Miss Dam, but like, baby, Miss Dam is on break.
Oh,
Now that break may be forever. That break may end tomorrow. I don't know, but
girl, they can't wait. Know that much. They cannot wait.
Okay, so I think we're gonna just hop into some questions that we did get from some of our listeners and your followers.
Yeah.
One question that I've seen repeatedly: what are your measurements, including height and weight?
You don't have to answer the weight part. Niggas is rude.
They're asking about the height. They're asking about the height and weight because I often run little contests on my Instagram to increase engagement. I'll be like, guess my height and weight, or, I bet you can't guess my height, weight, my ethnicity. Anything like get the comments going, the engagement, and all that. So I think that's why. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it because my weight fluctuates all the time. So I'm always 5'8", like barefoot with no heels. And right now I'm about 192.
Wow.
The biggest I've ever been is like 206. And that wasn't that long ago.
And still getting guap.
Okay.
Do something.
This is the thing. When you're tall, like you have a little wiggle room.
Yeah. You do.
Like I could probably get up to maybe 300 and it would still be
solid.
Okay. Like you have the room for error.
Right.
Kind of. You have the room for the weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's them 5'1s. They the ones that gotta worry.
Right. Yeah, you short, you kind of it's just what it is.
Right, for real.
Let me see another question that's not too crazy.
Ask the crazy ones. It's okay.
Okay. Well, you asked for it. I want to know how many times she had liposuction and what state she is from in Africa.
In Africa, Nigeria. Wow, what a dumbass.
That is Duchess the Boss One who asked that question.
Well, the state is Imo. I can't pronounce the village without sounding dumb myself.
Nah, Ero and Diziogu.
Yeah, some of the Nigerian words, I wasn't born there, so I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had lipo twice, and I actually want more.
You said you want some more?
I want lipo.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's talk about lipo real quick. How is it to have lipo? Like, is it painful or?
It hurts. One time I was put to sleep. The second time I was up, and you definitely. It's not so much the procedure that hurts; it's the after.
Wait,
like once that pain medicine starts wearing off, then it's like okay.
You said you were up for the second one. Where was this done? Like, why were you up?
It was actually done in Dallas.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Listen, we finished somebody here.
All the strippers in Dallas have went to this place. So I was a stripper in Dallas. I said, you know what? I'm going to go to this place. So, and he did good. Like, he's not even like one of the popular, like everybody always wants to run to like popular doctors.
Dr. Miami.
But it's so many like good doctors. Like I couldn't even tell you this guy's name.
Wow.
I want liposuction but then I always hear that it's not just like okay, you get lipo and you're done. Like you've got to maintain it once it's done.
Well, the thing is, like I've had lipo on my upper and lower stomach. Like they count that as two different parts. I've had it like on my sides and I've had it on my lower back. And I want to go back because I've never had it on my upper back. And I feel like when I gain weight, like I'll never gain weight in any of my lipoed areas. The weight will go everywhere else.
Wow.
It'll go to my face. It'll go to my arms. It'll go to my upper back where I didn't have lipo. So unless you lipo your whole body, like if and what, it's not even a if. When you gain weight, because you're going to gain it, you're going to look in that mirror and think, oh, I could do it. I could afford it. I could eat it. And then before you know it, you're going to be like, oh my God, what happened? So the weight goes to other places. So you'll be like 300 pounds, but with a flat stomach.
Right.
Goals.
Or, just whatever. Like, it's crazy. So
Wow.
it's like it's good in that sense, but then that's why you see like a lot of people everywhere else is larger. They'll have like a larger face, like, because the fat, like, they completely like kill the fat cells.
I didn't think about that.
That's a good point, because I have seen some girls that are like, they ain't got no waist, no stomach, nothing, but then they got a round ass face.
That's where that weight is going. The weight goes wherever you haven't had lipo.
Wow.
That's
like
crazy.
That's why like my legs got bigger, my thighs got bigger, my butt got bigger, like everything just, that's why people are always like, oh my God, you got ass shots or you got more
right.
ass shots. No, I just gained fucking weight.
And gained it in the good places.
Okay, gained it in the perfect spot.
Shit, I never lipoed my butt, so
okay.
that's where the fat goes.
All right, so this is another question we got, and she said she hopes it doesn't sound judgy from you, but she said you don't see a lot of, or many Africans in the dance industry that are open about it. How do you deal with the stigma of being African and an exotic dancer?
I feel like because I never tried to hide it, and because I feel brought awareness to Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's pretty well received.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my father's side, of course, they're Nigerian. I don't think it's a secret with any of them. Like, they all know, they've welcomed me with open arms, and this is like older conservative people.
Mm-hmm.
So, my boyfriend is also Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say he liked it, because he was kind of the one to put an end to it, but it definitely wasn't, just, oh my God, ew,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, I don't know, I guess, because people, I feel like in general, like, even my mother, like when she first heard I was a stripper, it was like, oh my God. Because again, she was going by what she had heard on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So when she realized, well, okay, Ari is not on drugs. She doesn't have a pimp. She
right.
doesn't, she's like doing, once she realized like, okay, she was doing the right shit with, once she realized I was doing the right shit with my money, it was kind of like, okay, what can you really say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I think everybody kind of respects it, even if you don't respect me for whatever reason. But I think people kind of respect it. Like, I've embraced it. And I've also embraced that I'm Nigerian, because that's kind of looked down upon by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I guess only because of the reputation. That's why when people think I'm lying about being Nigerian, I'm like, why would I lie and say I'm Nigerian? I would just say I'm Spanish like everybody else. Like, these girls lie, or say I'm Indian, or whatever the hell they lie and say. And
right.
It's so funny, because I truly could claim being a Latina, because my mom and her side were from Honduras. They're Hondurans.
Mm.
So I could walk around here saying I'm Spanish or whatever. It wouldn't be a lie.
I'm
but
Latina.
Okay.
For real.
Like but see, I identify more with the Nigerian side, and then, I know nobody's gonna question, even though they have, well, is she really Nigerian? Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I was to start claiming the Honduran side, oh my God.
Okay.
So, not that I don't claim it, but even when I post my family, like, I have a friends and family page, and even when it's like only 80 followers on there, and that's honestly the page that I love more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm always on there, and I've posted them a few times, and you know, I'll get people like, "Is that really your cousins? Is that really your aunt?" Like, yeah,
That
they
is
just
crazy.
don't look like me, and that's why it was kind of hard growing up because you know you're surrounded by all of these like light skinned girls with hair down their back, and then you know it's you. And then my aunt even brought it up. She was like, "Yeah, I think Ari has a complex because she's the darkest one in the family."
Aww.
And at the time, I didn't know I was the darkest one in the family. I'm a kid, you know. I'm just playing with my cousins, but you know, adults being adults. You know, she brought it up. And then it kind of was like, well, damn, I am the darkest one in the family. So.
Damn. And then you get to the Igbo side, the Nigerian side, and all of us are dark.
I'm the lightest one in the family now.
We're all dark.
And then, like, everybody looks like me. That's why I think every time I do go to Lagos, it's just like a comfort.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
right.
It's like, okay, people that look like me. That's why I like being over there, period. Like, you know, you're not the minority.
Yeah, no, that's the truth.
So we did get a question, and it's kind of funny that you mentioned you had a boyfriend and that he kind of like put a stop to dancing for you. So the question is actually from EJ is back from It's Better This Way podcast. He said we better mention his name. So there you go. He said, how does being an exotic dancer affect your love life and dating life, etc.?
It's hard. It's hard because part of the allure is, you know, the guys thinking you're obtainable, thinking you're available, thinking they have a chance. And, you know, this is people giving you their money, and strippers have a reputation of, you know, taking care of guys or having guys with having, you know, pimps for boyfriends. So, you know, you don't want to be around here. Oh, my boyfriend. And then, you know, then the next post is, oh, yeah, by the way, come see me at the club tonight. Like,
right.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm always in a relationship. And that's something that people don't know or realize because, you know, I'll post some things every now and then on my business page. And when I say business page, I'm referring to the Miss Dam page. But for the most part, it's all business stuff and business related stuff. So, I mean, you can go look at any business page, Coca-Cola, Saks. You're not going to see posts about their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their dog. Like, you're going to see all stuff related to Coke, all stuff related to Saks, all stuff related to Target.
Right.
So I keep my business page. I have children. A lot of people don't know I have a cat and dog. A lot of people don't know I've always had a boyfriend or a fiance. Or a fiance.
Hey, I'm with it all.
Okay.
Or a fiance. So, you know, I wouldn't say a secret life, but most definitely a private life. So that's that. And it can be hard because no matter what you tell a person, like, oh, it's just business, it's just that, it still is in the back of their mind, like, well, you know, you're constantly around men, like, and then usually men with money. And it is a very sexually oriented business. So it's just, you really have to have the trust. And every boyfriend I've had, with the exception of my current one, has always assumed I was cheating or just, you know, looking for the next big thing. And it's just been deep insecurity. So sometimes it is just best to be single, even though I never am.
Right. So. Would your boyfriends ever just come up to the strip club and sit there with you?
Would they
and watch?
No.
They wouldn't even come tip you?
And one of my boyfriends, when he wasn't working, he would travel with me, but that's about like travel with me, like to my shows. And then that was kind of fun because it was like, okay, it's kind of like a vacation.
Right.
Like a little mini vacation. But I mean, as far as just coming to the club, like, no, like, cause most of my boyfriends, like, they haven't really been like typical nightlife club type of guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's this rumor that I, only deal with like rappers or basketball players, but like I said, nothing could be further from the truth.
Mm-hmm. So I know your DMs are crazy. What gets your attention and your messages? Like, what messages are you going to respond to? Or when you were single, what message would you respond to?
Well, I'm honestly hardly ever in my DMs lately because I have an assistant that she sends this automated message that directs you to my website where you have to pay to join. So, a lot of times, you're not writing me. I'm not even reading things. But I mean, it's a whole bunch of redundant stuff anyway. Every now and then I'll take a peek, but it is so overwhelming. And then it's actually underwhelming too because everybody's saying the same thing. Hey,
what are you doing? Hi,
you're pretty.
Right,
you're fine. You got a big ass. Then they'll send a dick pic. Like, how do you, because I'm not opposed to meeting anybody online or on Instagram when I'm single. But my thing is, how? Like, what do I do? Choose which hey to respond to?
right.
Like,
which hey? I like that hey better. He used capital letters.
I mean, and then the little pictures are so small, so I can't even say, okay, well, he's this or he's that. And then I don't have a physical type. Like, all of my exes look different from each other. So, it's hard. Like, everybody's saying the same thing. So to get my attention, it probably would have to be something I know how I would get my attention was I would say, well, why don't you go treat yourself to lunch? And, what's your Cash App? And, I know people are going to say, okay, well, you want somebody to lead with money, but you have to get my attention. Like, you have to stand out. And now if you have a way better than money, okay. But I mean, I have literally heard it all. Like, it's nothing you can tell me. I've heard it all, probably 2-3 times.
Right.
So you would literally have to, well, you know what? Go treat yourself to a massage. Go treat yourself to lunch. Or what's your Cash App? Or just, I don't know, like, what's your favorite store? Like, let me call a store and I don't know. It would have to be some kind of outlandish, noticeable shit. And that's if I even see it, because it's so many DMs, like so many.
Wow.
And that's crazy because I missed the ones that I actually do want to see or would respond to. Like, it's been old friends that have DM'd me.
Aww.
Like a girl that I recently just reconnected with, and I just happened to see her DM. She had DM'd me like 2 or 3 years ago. Of course, I didn't see it. And then she had said, oh, look at, and then she put the name of her son. She was like, yeah, look at my baby. And, you know, can you believe this is the same little boy you bought the stroller for?
Aww.
But I'm like, wait a minute, stroller? And then I was like, oh, that's Brittany. You know, it's so hard because we were so close and we loved touch, but we could have probably reconnected 2 years ago had it not been for 1,000,001 haze and dick pictures.
Haze and dick pics.
Man, see, these niggas, they so simple.
Very simple. Well, she give you the cheat code if that's when she's not single. Never mind.
I mean, she's not single, but her cousin is, and you guys can definitely call Nordstrom. You can ask me for my Cash App. I will politely send it your way, and whatever else.
And if she's busy, her friend isn't. So I welcome DMs, and I'll listen. I'll even respond to a hey.
I would too if it wasn't 1,000,001.
Right.
Yeah, I can believe that. I don't get that many hays. Hey. I get a hey, I respond.
What's up?
Hey.
Okay. Hi, how are you? I'm probably gonna
Like,
respond.
what am I honestly supposed to say to that?
Hey, I like that.
They're just hoping and praying.
So just that you noticed them one day, or
Yeah, they just hoping and praying. Because I've even had this one Nigerian guy. He told me, he was like, yeah, I asked him, I said, you ever DM my cousin? He was like, I mean, I thought about it, but I knew she wasn't going to say nothing. I'm like, yeah.
And it's so unfortunate because, you know, like, look, this one, I know you might not see this, but I love you. Sexy, what's good? Hi. Love from Amsterdam.
wow.
Hello.
Like,
And we have a dick picture. And salute. And we have a whole bunch of ring emojis.
Oh,
Miss
proposals.
Damn, you got thick thighs. Jeez, you turned me on. Like, what am I supposed to say to that?
Men
Thank
are
you.
stupid.
you hear them
Hi.
DMs?
Yeah, that's bit of.
When can we get married? Hi. Let me eat you out. Bonjour. Loving everything about you. Give me a shot. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Can't wait to check out your interview you're doing with the homies. I'd like to try and get you on my podcast.
Oh, who is that from?
EJ?
Ah! This nigga everywhere. We try to shoot out everything. You in her DMs.
Man,
Nigga, get out.
wait.
Kill you.
And he sent that 13 minutes ago. What's up, EJ?
Oh!
You had to DM
Mama.
EJ, tell him get out her DMs.
Okay. EJ probably gonna know this
Hi.
self if you respond.
For real.
Wait a minute. Are you Nigerian? Hello. Okay, my question is, do you like having your ass ate? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You good? Beautiful.
Do you ever respond just like if out of sheer boredom?
I have before. This one dude was like, what would 13 roses get me? And I think that was some type of like whole code for money. I'm like, is
13
this dude trying to say what would, because it didn't make sense. And then I'm like, 13 roses? And then later I found out that was what it was. Like, I asked one of my like whole friends, like, girl, what does roses mean? She was like, the rose signifies $100. I'm like, okay, sounds right. So
Wow.
I figured that out on my own before I got the confirmation. And I was like, well, I guess 13 roses would get you a bill. Like, because, you know, I'm like, okay, even though I know you're talking about money, I'm going to play right along with you.
Right.
He said, well, how much time would that get me? I said, well, with the florist, I suppose you would have to ask. like, go ask the florist.
For real. Wow. So 13 roses is hoe code?
Yes, girl.
Wow. So if
Who
you see a
knew,
girl
huh?
with roses in her bio,
Right.
Supposedly, the key with that is the bio, like they'll have the little red pin drop with their location.
oh,
And that's supposed to like be, okay, that's where I'm at.
wow.
So hit me up.
Wow.
Pin drop Atlanta, pin drop LA.
See,
I'm
and
like,
it's
and here
so
it is.
much
I
to
always
that.
just thought people was repping where they live.
Right.
You would
See,
think.
And it's so much to this whole like sex work industry, and like it's crazy.
Yeah, like sex work is real work. That shit is. I don't miss the industry.
I can't say I blame you.
Me either.
Like, how do you even get to a point where you're comfortable just like being naked or close to naked in a room full of people?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, you just, I think you don't even think about it. Like, you don't really realize, wait, I'm butt naked in front of all these people with clothes on. I'm not paying for the game. That was my cup. Not a little accident. It wasn't an accident. It was on purpose. Earlier. Oh, she pissed me off so bad. But anyway, you don't even realize that, wait a minute, I'm naked. So
what do you think about when you on stage?
That's
like
a good
what goes through your
question.
mind?
This nigga better throw all this money. Because they'll come up there trying to stunt. They'll have a little 100-pack, they little 1,000-pack. You know, a lot of times they just holding it. They waiting for the right song. They waiting on their homeboy to come through, and you just be thinking, nigga, throw this shit before it's time for me to get off.
What was your song that you would come out to?
I like trap music, like any type of like dope boy type of music.
Yeah.
Like I came out to like the Meek Mill Dreaming Nightmares a lot.
Oh yeah, because that'll make them throw all their money.
Okay.
Jeezy, especially old Jeezy. He used to get it going.
See, that'll bring all the dope boys out. You know, dope boys love to show off their money.
Because everybody thinks they Jeezy.
For real.
His new shit, I don't think has been that good.
Was Jeezy a good tipper?
Jeezy. He is a non-existent tipper.
Oh.
Doesn't spend $1.
Oh.
Whoa.
All right, backing away from that one then. What would maybe some of your fans be surprised to know about you?
I'm quiet.
You did say before you
homebody.
started you were kind of shy, and I'm like, how is she shy?
I'm quiet. I'm a homebody. I'm not as like on the scene or in the mix as people think. Like really, and even now, like I never was. There's no reason. It's just I don't know. I like being inside. I like listening to my music. I guess it's because when you party for a living, it's kind of like, okay, I party for work. So, you know, typically it's like people work and then they go party. But when you party for work, it's like, okay, when I'm not working, I don't want to be at work, if that makes sense.
Right.
That makes perfect sense. So for you to celebrate, what do you want to do? If clubbing and going out is not your thing, how does someone celebrate you or show you a good time?
I like to go out, just not often.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I guess I would say we could still go out, but it's just not like a every weekend thing or every night thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe we would go to like a lounge, a bowling alley, like something like that. Mm-hmm. Something kind of small.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
I know. Such a wholesome answer.
I know.
Just like, you know, niggas be wanting to impress you, but well, of course you want to get flued out. But sometimes you just want to go bowling or go paintballing or something.
Yeah, like I've always like said, like, you know, I'm probably way more simple than I look. Like I'm about effort. Like I like effort.
Man.
It's all about effort. Like it doesn't have to be like an extravagant now yeah, do I like extravagant nice shit? Of course. But you know, I like experiences.
Goals.
I love it. I do. Such good answers. You know, effort, you know, I want to let me look extravagant and then still be like, you know what? You ain't got to do all that, baby. I mean, you can. You can do it. Yeah. But you know, we can go bowling.
Yeah, people are always, you know, surprised by the things I prefer. Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I think there's an illusion, though, that, you know, that you're almost untouchable or I don't want to say unattainable because you're not an item,
like,
but
she's not reachable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of people are really under the impression that they have to have $1 million. They have to dress a certain way, look a certain way, and I mean, that's what you've convinced yourself. Okay, but you know,
right? You ain't told them that.
It's not necessarily true.
Wow.
And then people always say I look mean too, so I think that kind of keeps people away too. Because it's like, oh my God, she looks mean. She looks stuck up. Like everybody tells me that.
Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, so y'all niggas, y'all can keep shooting your shot, but it don't sound like it's gonna go nowhere.
She prefers Cash App if you're gonna shoot a shot.
Yeah, it would have to take a lot, and honestly, all of my exes and even my current boyfriend, like it's come through like. It was like a set up, like it was a meet thing. Like it wasn't just guys that I randomly met, like they knew a mutual friend or they knew somebody. So yeah, that's kind of the key. Like just go through one of my friends.
Just go through one of your friends and pray.
Yeah, like everybody has always been like, oh, I want you to meet my friend or something like that.
Right. It sounds like the easiest way and the most trustful way too.
Yeah.
It is.
Honestly, it's a bunch of Melvins out here.
What you said.
Oh man. Well, thank you so much. This was honestly amazing. And thank you so much for being so open and honest about your life.
Yeah, of course. And that's another thing people don't know. Like I'm an open book. Like, I mean, it's some things like I want people to keep wondering about, but you know, I don't mind talking.
Right.
And sharing.
Okay.
Do y'all have any questions for me?
No, I think we have literally asked everything. I know
I've wanted to ask.
Right. And I may have been a little bit quiet because, you know, I just know more about you than some of the other people, you know, especially like the listeners and things. So, but we really appreciate it. I'm sure plenty of your followers, they have learned a lot more about you. And I feel like you're going to get a lot of Cash App messages. So you might want to go ahead and check the messages the next couple days. Because they coming.
Definitely.
They are definitely coming.
Every dollar counts.
See, another unknown fact about me, I do not cheat.
Ooh, see?
And that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions.
What?
See, look, y'all hear this? Y'all hear this good Igbo woman? This is a.
I have turned down the best of them. Like once I fuck with you, I fuck with you, and only you can mess that up.
Wow, that's wow.
Like it's like even now, like my boyfriend doesn't live, you know, he doesn't live in my state. He doesn't even live in my country, and I'm faithful to him.
Right.
And I just wouldn't even think anything else.
Wow. What's my excuse? My nigga around there in the street. I'm still ready to cheat on him. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't have a nigga.
So you ready to cheat on a nigga that ain't handling business?
I'm ready to risk it all.
Brittany is so childish.
No, don't risk it all. Just be single and date.
Oh,
you right.
You know, that's what a lot of women don't want to do. Like, I'm not talking about you, but just in general, and even myself, I've been guilty of it. Like, I think Black girls, like, they meet a guy and it's, okay, you're my boyfriend. You're my boyfriend. Like, instead of just kind of dating and going with the flow, and like white women date, other cultures date, and it's okay.
That's true.
Like, you know, you don't, and I'm not just saying like date, and I didn't say have sex, but like it's okay to date.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is true. Because I think the thing is too, like, if we date, in their mind, we're automatically having sex.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just, and I think too, like we really want to be with somebody, so we get with someone and just shut everybody down. And that's not how other people, like, it's really not an audition. You're auditioning for the lead spot, but like, we tend to like find someone like them and cut everybody off.
And it's date number 2.
Hell yeah, cut everybody off, not talk to nobody else. Then you thought he was dope.
I mean, that's what I do.
You thought he was dope, and then he was really baking soda.
what you could do, but yeah.
It happens, man. It happens to the best of us.
Hell yeah. We wish it didn't, but it does.
Okay.
So thank you again for answering all of our questions.
Thank you for helping me.
Of course.
For being a wonderful guest.
This is fun.
I know. And we 2 hours in, like,
right.
It don't even feel like it.
I think this may be one of our longer episodes.
Definitely is. But so
wow.
Really quick, what do you call your fans or supporters? Do you have a name for them?
They don't have a name.
Oh, okay. The Naija babies.
I can't think of one. Let's give them a name. What could they be? I don't know.
I was going to say the Damites.
The Damites?
All my Damites.
Miss Naija's babies.
Not Miss Naija's babies.
Girls, my damn guys, my damn everybody.
Oh yeah, damn girls, damn boys.
Yeah, damn girls and damn
boys. And I appreciate all of the support. I know it's no shortage of pretty, fine women or women in general. And you know, a lot of y'all have been rocking with me for a while, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Aww. Gosh. she's so amazing, isn't she?
Yes.
She's so amazing.
Definitely not what I expected. So
right. That's what everybody.
What did you expect? Honestly, you won't hurt my feelings.
No, well, I mean, this is what I thought. So okay. I thought you were gonna be real loud.
A typical stripper.
I don't say typical because I mean, there's some strippers that I've met. And I was like, ooh. You're not what I thought either, but not in a good way.
Right.
But just like, maybe it's not a misconception, but like just not very intelligent, or not intelligent. I'm not calling you dumb, but like maybe not have a lot to say.
Not be able to articulate.
Yeah, carry a good conversation. Like, I was like, ooh, Lord, if she can't talk, like this is gonna be kind of.
Girl, no. You didn't tell none of this to me.
No, but I'm thinking like, ooh, I hope she's not just a pretty face, like she can hold a conversation.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no.
This would have been an awkward ass, silent ass conversation if we just asked you questions like,
Yeah, no, people have
a
huge misconception
lot of
about
people, and not even just dancers, but a lot of people cannot talk.
You're right about that. A lot of these
like
people
just can't hold a conversation, can't start a conversation.
Nope.
Can't begin, just nothing. Like
weirdos.
Just can't talk. I have a good friend that she just can't talk.
All right, Helen Keller.
It's just a lot of people, they don't know what to say, don't want to say anything. It's not their strong suit. So, well, I mean, I'm always happy to exceed expectations. So, glad.
Definitely.
I know.
Glad I could exceed
right.
the expectations. I mean, and when I say typical stripper, I'm just talking about, the typical.
The misconceptions.
Yeah, I'm in here. Oh, yeah, all these niggas love men. Yeah, what you want to talk about? What we going to talk about today?
Right.
Yeah. No. That's why a lot of people who, don't know Miss Dam, when they find out about Miss Dam, it's kind of like, well, wait a minute. Your nails are short. You don't have purple and blue hair.
Right.
Your children live with you. You have a house. You have a car. Like, are you sure? It's so you can act. You have a vocabulary. You can talk. It is a surprise because it is so many of so many dancers that just
right.
They just have a hard time.
Yeah. All right. So for the three people who may not know how to reach you,
right.
Where can they find you at?
Well, you can always find me on Instagram, which my name on there is Miss Dam. That's MSD as in dog, AMN as in Nancy. And if you're not an Instagram social media type, you prefer online entertainment, which that's not going to be going on for much longer, but for the time being, you can go to www.onlyfans.com/missdown.
Wow.
So
Hey, turn
we
up.
forgot to talk about dancing is kind of shifting to the online side of things.
Because you hear about the premium Snapchats and the OnlyFans and everything.
Premium Snaps, online. I call it like a virtual strip club.
Right.
And it's actually good because you're cutting out the middleman.
Mm-hmm.
You're not paying parking and tip out. And, you're truly in the comfort of your own home. And I think that's why my boyfriend is okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he probably would prefer I wasn't doing anything. But he was like, well, that's okay. That's, at the house.
Right.
Don't be meeting up with anybody. Like, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's kind of safe.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a safety that comes with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like, and then, it's so funny because the girls, like, try to talk about the girls that have the premium snaps. The strippers try to talk about the porn stars. Try to talk about the escorts. Like, it's all sex work.
All of it.
Under the same umbrella.
Yep.
So the least we could do is stick together and fingers at each other.
Right. At least be nice to one another.
Yeah.
At least we could do. Society is already talking about us. Like, why are we doing it to each other? So,
yeah, that's a
true.
fact.
That's true.
So, yeah, look for me on Instagram or on OnlyFans. Come say hi. Pretty friendly. And who knows? I might notice a DM out of 1,000,001. You never know. Every now and then I scroll through.
Keep hope alive.
I mean, I saw EJ's.
Listen, you just said this nigga name third time. You think y'all go together now?
Oh, great.
What, EJ trying to be a side nigga? Just kidding.
Okay, EJ over there too happy. Calm down, fella.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I bet you're gonna cut all these parts out and I'm gonna say it's Hear You Podcast. Be like, look, Miss Damn said my name.
Hey man, Miss Damn, she
know who I am, man.
She know who I am. 13 minutes. Lord. Well, you guys know that you can always find us on Instagram and Twitter. That is at Hear Ye Podcast. And you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Tana Taught You. That's TANNAH Taught You.
And y'all can find me at whodad_breezy, BREEZY. Don't forget to get your tickets for the live show, August 4th, still going on. Anything else?
I think that's all we got.
All right.
Well, once again, cousin, thank you so much. I love you. I love you guys.
Thank y'all again for having me.
Thank you.
Fun and breezy. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
So,
yes. Well,
like we're all besties.
I know, right?
Yes.
I know y'all are besties.
Right.
I'm included, so I've included myself.
Oh, you already know. But we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. As always, shout out to everybody. We had fun, and we'll talk to y'all next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.